families, the teachers, the students that are realizing that a system built to divide, impoverish, and destroy us cannot stand if we do it. All right? It's kind of basic mathematics.
If you hear me, could you feel me, could you free me? Wonder if I made a difference or made a difference. Bump that we are the difference. We ain't got no code to decipher. Brother, I would never call you trife. You my brother, though they knife and fork our meals, then cop the silly feels. Yet it's slimy, kinda grimy, miscalculated the timing. But you can plagiarize something in disguise and think we have no eyes to see something real as we. This is seriously who we be. See, this here is true indeed, the real deal, thoroughbred, like collard greens and cornbread. Can't recite what's never said, purpose keeps us fed. Real man, this is Grand A, hope fed. But still, you are my brother, above you there's no other. Blood or something other, more like what the blood covers. Man, no matter what they say, we good over this way. This is positivity in the making of brothers to break through. Without breaking, without breaking, without breaking, without breaking.
What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, everybody? It's Thursday, so you know what that means.
It's Brother Empowerment Day.
So if this is your first time watching, Brother Empowerment is designed to uplift our brothers and their families. This is not one of those bashing shows, so we're not going to be going here talking about what you should have, could have, would have done and all of that other stuff. But no, this is an opportunity to have enriching conversations, and our hope is that something that is said will lead to some type of positive change or encourage others to do the same. So before we get into it, bro, this is, I don't know, are we doing a show next week?
Oh yeah, I don't know, man.
We don't even know.
I don't know.
But you know, I was going to ask you how was your week, but just in case we don't do it, bro, how was your year?
Oh, it's true. Now this year, man, has been. Whew, I have expressed this on the show and also on my personal page, on Facebook, that 2020 is the year, the silver lining, and for me, there's been a lot of course, there's the pandemic and there's been lost lives and all that stuff. So there also have been quite a few breakthroughs for myself and lots of other people. But as far as for me, I've had a lot of personal breakthroughs. I have had a lot of emotional breakthroughs as well. Some breakdowns too, but a lot of breakthroughs, So, and I think I have uncovered more of myself this year than I ever have, and have gotten to know me, the organic me, and really come to a place where I'm at peace with a lot of things in my past and in the present. And so, yeah, man, this year has been amazing in some ways. So I can't even say, some people say 2020 is all trash and they want to leave as soon as possible. Man, 2020 hasn't been all bad to me. It's been amazing in some ways. I've met some amazing people this year, made some amazing connections, reciprocal connections. Because to me, a connection is not amazing if it's not reciprocal. I'd say all the time, especially online, that non-reciprocal relationships need to go the way of the dinosaur. They need to straight die out. Straight. So I have met some amazing people, made some amazing connections, and really just had a lot of breakthroughs and gotten closer with my family. And man, it's been not bad. Bad in some ways, amazing in others, bro. So yeah.
So what are some highs? Like, what are some major highs? Like, what is like one of the things you like? This made this year definitely dope.
One of the things that made dope is, man, all the stuff that we've been doing. Second year Brother Empowerment anniversary.
That's true.
You know what I mean, bro?
Second year Brother Empowerment anniversary.
My bad. 2-year Brother Empowerment anniversary. Like, that right there was amazing. The fact that I got back right physically, and the fact that, man, that I'm growing my hair back. I used to have long hair years and years ago, but I cut it off right before I moved out here. I was about maybe 25, around 26. And I've always actually liked having long hair. And so growing it back really was really synonymous with my journey that I'm beginning now with myself that I've been on. So that's probably one of the things the other thing that made it dope too. And also, man, is that I got some of my finances in order, man. You know, it had been a little bit of it got kind of rocky there with managing some of the bills and stuff like that. And so I got it all together, and it's looking better now. You know, it's not as rocky as it was before. I'll say that much. I ain't going to be in detail, of course, but yeah, man, those are a couple things for sure that, and also meeting some phenomenal people. I can't stress that enough. I've met some excellent and just really, really dope people this year, and it couldn't have come at any better time, for real.
Yeah.
So what about you, bro? How was your year?
This year is actually a dope year. But the funny thing is, I agree. Like, it was so many. This was probably, I said this was a year of clarification and expansion. Mm-hmm. And I said that, been saying that since the beginning of January. Mm-hmm. And we really have been clarifying. When I say clarify, it was clarifying what we do at Love is a Parable. We stopped telling people who we are and started telling them how we make an impact. Yeah. We started talking more about the reflective thinking and the sacred box theory. And because of that, it's like people came out of the yin yang because so many people need that. Yeah. The next thing is the expansion is like, we're going to stretch. We're stretching the way we look at relationships, mm-hmm. stretching the way we do business. Like, me and my wife was like stretched crazy, man. This was the first year we was like, we talked about divorce 3 times. Shoot, man. Like 3 times, like, because it was just so many things were happening and it was pressure. Like, in January, we were dealing with foreclosures and considering filing bankruptcy mm-hmm. and all of that, only to be turned around in September, October. Mm-hmm. So it's like, it's crazy. Like, you go from one extreme to the other. My wife started getting heavily involved in Love is a Parable. Mm-hmm. Her and I, it's like all these forces. And then she was getting engagements. We were getting, it's like everything was happening at one time. So it's like, this year has been truly an amazing year. Yeah. I mean, like an amazing year. And me and her was just talking about that. Like, we always joke because every time me and my wife argue, it's never about us. It's always something else. Mm-hmm. And the pressure to succeed, the pressure to be in the light, and the pressure to get certain things right is heavy. And so she shared her story this year, and that garnered like 8,000, 9,000 mm-hmm. views like that. Yep. So it's like, that was a huge boost. She turned 40 this year. Yeah, this was a year of surprises. We did a surprise birthday party for you. Yeah. We did a surprise birthday party for her. And that was stressful. Yeah. All her friends came. Y'all did a surprise get together for me. Mm-hmm. So it was a lot of great things happening, and we truly expanded our reach. So I can't even tell you what would be my highlight. Oh, probably one of my highlights would be I got down to a size 42. Correct. And I'm still in it. Mm-hmm. I started out in January in a size 48. And I got serious about March, mm-hmm. April. No, it was May, because it was a little bit after that. Because I was like, okay, I'm going to get serious. Because Keon tried to kill me over the summer. That's how I remember it. And by August, mm-hmm. I got into a 44, and then September I got into a 42. So being in a 42 again, that was pretty dope for me. Now I gotta deal with these man boobs because I done lost weight, and it's like they go up under my arm and they just sitting there. Yep. They just be sitting there. So I gotta figure out how to get that, because it's like the more weight I'm losing, they just like, this old skin ain't like the young skin. It used to just snap back. Now this was like, hold on, give me a minute. So so definitely that would be my highlight for this year. So we got a special guest on. Yes. You want to do it? I want you to do it. I'm gonna just say, you gonna do it? You handle it. So we have our brother, my brother from another, Dashan, in the house. Dashan, please introduce yourself. Tell the people who you are.
Hi, everyone. My name is Dashan Nettles. I was invited to join Love is a Parable today for live stream. from a boy, Cordell and Jay. You know, me and Cordell go back. His mom was my boss when I was in the Navy, but yeah, just a little bit about myself. I served 5 years in the Navy. I got out the Navy, went and used my skills as a corpsman, which is basically medical personnel in the Navy, and came back home, and I've been working at the VA here in LA for the past 11 years, and been moving up in the ranks there. I work in administration there now. I'm also a board member of a after school program called the Al Wooten Junior Heritage Center, which I was a student of myself, actually, and they saw my success as a good thing and asked me to come be on their board. And so, and yeah, it pretty much that's the gist. I'm a father of one.
I was about to say, I was going to remove you from the show.
Nah, you know, I gotta throw that out there. Yeah, I'm a father of one, a beautiful baby girl. She'll be 3 in January, and she's driving me crazy already. But yeah, that's pretty much the gist.
Man, tell the people that what was some of them hobbies? You know, I'm gonna tell them if you don't tell them.
Some of my hobbies.
Talking about the music.
Yeah, I do a little bit of everything. So, I have been known for producing some music. I haven't put nothing out there, but you know, I make beats here and there. Well, at least I used to. I've been trying to get back into it, but it's so hard getting the motivation. But with the work and my daughter and all that stuff, you know, my balancing isn't there. But yeah, I do a little bit of music here and there. I'm vegan. Forgot to do that. Tell that. I do cook and share my stuff.
Right.
And I swear to God, you wouldn't be able to tell that it was vegan. I'm telling you, Jay, give me.
No, it's you people. Just leave it alone. Let's just say it tastes good. I can't tell. You couldn't tell.
You couldn't tell. I'm telling you. One of my signatures.
First of all, sir, I am a food connoisseur. I'd be like, where is the meat?
Let me tell you something. My one of my signatures is a vegan enchilada pie. I brought 2 big pans to my baby shower for myself and people that were vegan. I did not get not one bite out of that, and it was gone.
That's because it was good, though.
What? You mean so you saying that
it could be good, but don't be saying like, oh, we could tell ain't got no meat in it.
Oh, let me tell you something. People get me to, they want me to, they make orders basically. Like, hey, when you gonna make that? Because I need that.
But we knocking that is good. Do they say like I can't even tell that it ain't no meat in it?
Yes.
I know.
Hold on. It depends on which version of it I make. Sometimes I make the version with the meat substitute, and sometimes I don't. So it just depends.
Dashan is running for office, guys. Did you hear that politician answer?
Hey.
Did you hear that politician answer?
I'm known for
I cannot confirm or deny how people taste buds feel about it.
Look, I'm known for that too.
So, bro, you gonna say who all we got on? Because the comments are coming in.
We have so many people on. So we got Love Reese's in the building. What's up, Reese?
What's going on?
We got Misha.
Hey. Hold on, you gotta see this. Look at the new one. Oh, okay. Bubble drop. Okay, hey Misha.
We got Lenora's in the building. Hey Lenora.
Hey Lenora Marie Dawson Lassiter.
We got Karen Joyner. What's up, Karen?
Hey Karen. We gotta get Karen on too.
Yeah.
Because she's also a poet. Oh, and she ran for Miss Four Figure South Carolina.
That's right.
She used Love as a Parable as her platform.
Yeah, we definitely gotta get her on. So we got Chanel's in the building. What's up, Chanel?
Let's see.
we got Rashia in the building.
Rashia, you usually at the top.
What's up, Rashia?
What happened, Rashia?
We got Kim in the building. What's up, Kim?
Hey, Kim.
Let's see who else we got. We got John Taylor. What's up, John?
Oh yeah, that's your boy John.
All right, we got Orvis is in the building. What's
Hold
up,
on, John.
That's
what he
said. Hey, don't be telling my Fox secrets out there, John. Man, you can't tell people what I got.
You say Orvis on?
Yeah, we got Orvis on. We got Brooke is on. Hey, Brooke.
Hey, Brooke.
And we got Tara is on. Hey, Tara. What's up, sis?
Hey, Tara.
Let's see. We got Teresa Washington.
Oh yeah, that's one of my family members too.
Okay. We got shoot. I like that. So that's all we got right now. If we missed your name, please throw us shoot a comment out there so we can shout you out and acknowledge you. My bad. That took forever to come out.
He's gonna start rapping too, guys. Remember.
Oh, I didn't spit something for Dashan before.
Oh, Dashan, can you send that? Y'all, let me tell you why we love Dashan.
He can't.
Deshaun is the one who dropped the news about Cordell being in the Jabberwocky group.
Oh, you know what? That was you, bro. I can't believe you.
Because of him, we have had the pleasure of watching the video over and over again of Cordell jabberwocking, pop locking, and making fire come from the ground.
It's funny because I tell people, be careful who you keep in your circle because they're going to drop some yeah, because I'm going to drop it. If I see it, I'm going to be like, all right, people want to see it. Okay, I got you.
Well, be sure to send me that track, sir, of him rapping.
It was like something random, so he don't have it anymore.
Let me tell you.
You don't know. I got archives. I got to find it.
I believe it.
Keep them archived, bro.
No. Look, I got all your contact.
Yep.
We'll talk later. Misha said it was a blessed year.
Yes, it was.
Love Reese said, organic me. I felt that.
Yeah.
She said, hey, y'all. Hey. She said you was dropping nuggets early.
Thank you, Lenora. Thank you. Try to be like you.
Let me see. Yes, the year of clarification and expansion.
Oh, yeah.
Let me see what they say. I'm proud of you. The leaders, she is the quiet storm. It's so funny because I always tell people, like, I'm the tornado warning. and people think that I'm the mean one. And they be like, no, your wife's so sweet. And when she come, I be like, I tried to warn you. I be like, I tried to warn you. See, yep. 42. The funny thing is my goal is actually a 38. Mm. So yeah, I might do it, but I got to do something with these. Yeah, they just everywhere. Yeah, I know I got to really buckle down and do it and get it taken care of. So
hey, bro does love some Dippin' Dots for real.
Dippin' Dots take forever to eat. I hate it.
Two things we always did when I used to go visit him in LA because I used to live in San Diego. Go get Dippin' Dots and go get Jamba Juice.
Yep.
Thank you for the video magic.
You gotta do that. You gotta do that.
Okay, Tron on from YouTube. He talking about is he really what? I don't know what we're talking about. Can someone send me the video?
No.
All you gotta do after this is over, go to Love is a Parable, click the video tab, and look at his birthday.
No.
It's his birthday video.
Don't do it. It's not on there anymore. We took it off.
Deshaun voted for Trump in exchange for new Ice Cube.
Okay. Let me tell you something about John, y'all. John is a comedian. And you gonna see some random stuff in these comments. I can guarantee it.
It's okay. We got random people. Lenora's sister Sherry, she actually bullies us every time she's on.
Oh man.
Okay, we got Standing LaShonda.
Hey, LaShonda.
She's on.
That's my sister.
Hey, sister.
Hey.
You know what? This is the same thing happened with Deshaun last time.
Mm-hmm.
How you like derailed the whole conversation?
Well, he's the unofficial mayor of LA, so you know.
But look,
he is. When I used to be in LA, and he used to take me all kinds of places. I'd be like, man, I used to low-key feel like, man, I feel like I'm from here sometime.
So let's get it.
Cordell is an honorary LA person. Like he lives LA.
He stays from San Diego. Never mind.
No, what in the world? You know what? No.
He be holding on to the number. Like, where you from? San Diego. No, you're not. You from Henderson. Henderson, North Carolina.
Definitely
North.
Definitely not.
Cordell is from everywhere.
That's exactly what I tell people.
That's what he tried. No, he's not. He's from Henderson. Henderson.
Negative, sir. Negative, sir. Go right here and they be like, who are you?
First of all y'all look like they already know. So why you like that? Wasn't a good one. They're like, you one of them Johnsons, ain't it?
Like, you got Marcus Johnson's nephew, and then all of a sudden it's all good.
They already know.
It's like, oh, okay.
Look, here you go. Researchers have found that at least 1 in 6 men have experienced sexual abuse or assault, whether in childhood or as adults. Rape of males. A CDC study found that in the U.S., 1 in 71 men have been raped or suffered an attempt within their lifetime. Men die by suicide 3.53 times more often than women. 1 in 3 women and 1 in 4 men have experienced some form of physical violence by an intimate partner. Teenage boys are 4 times more likely than girls to drop out of school and represent more than 75% of the children referred to special education in the U.S. Home ownership is lower for Black college graduates than white high school dropouts.
Dang, that last one just hit a little hard right there. Like,
well, this is why we have this show, because we want to make sure that, for one, people know that they have a safe space to be, to exist, and to have all of that, but also to provide other outlets and resources that I know that I didn't have growing up, or that I wish that I had even in my working community. And so we want to make sure that we're providing all of that. So brothers, you're not alone. And we recognize, and this is only stuff that has been reported. A lot of us are holding stuff in that we haven't told anybody. And we want you to know that you're not alone. And you do have someone that you can come to, and we can help you find it. If we can't help you, we can connect you with somebody who can. But the most important thing is, don't go through anything alone. Don't suffer in silence. You are not alone.
Yeah, for sure.
Anything you wanted to say about that?
You know, I in my family, I have friends that have experienced some of these things mentioned, and it's like dealing with it. I since it's never happened to me, I can just give, you know, my I can just give them a little advice of how to handle things, but I just try to listen to people, and that sometimes that's what people want. They just want you to listen to them. Yeah. And sometimes that's like the best medicine. So that's what I try to do.
Yeah, and also I know, like, I was talking actually to, matter of fact, I was talking to Chanel about this. She said the first time that I talked about the fact that I was molested, she said, you just said it like you went to the store. Well, the truth of the matter is because we have to normalize telling what we've been through and where we need help.
Right.
It's so funny because, like, now when I say it, like, no, I done been through counseling now. I done did my thing. And that's not saying everyone who goes through it may need counseling. I'm not saying that either. But what I'm saying is I went through counseling in years before I was able to speak publicly about it. And so sometimes we, the hearer, make more of a big deal out of something than the one who actually went through it. And so now we go back in our mind like, whoa, was it more traumatic than I realized? But also we have to make sure that we are not adding to the trauma by assuming that it's even worse than what they're telling you. Sometimes they just need to know that they're not alone, and they need a sounding board, not someone to value or assess how much help they need, if that makes sense. So yeah, we was just talking about that. You got anything you wanted to say? Because I do got some special announcements.
Nah, bro.
Yeah, a lot of stuff has been happening, and I can't wait to share a lot of this stuff with you guys. The first thing, we are starting our love advocacy training. It will begin January 25th, 2021. And Cordell is going to be teaching with this one. This is going to be dope. So this is going to be his first time teaching the class, and I'm so excited, and I know he's going to do a phenomenal job. We're doing a special offer right now where it's 75% off. So if you go to Love is a Parable, go ahead and click that education tab, register for the class. Yes, it's all virtual. You'll get everything that you need. You'll even get a book with it as well. So definitely check it out.
Definitely. I've taken the course, I believe, at least 6 times. 500. And I will just tell y'all that it has changed things for me each and every time. I've learned new stuff about myself each and every time. So the great thing about the course, the materials, that it evolves with you so that it never sounds or feels the same whenever you take the course. So it's definitely
telling the truth. The next one is 360. That's the wrong one, but the same thing. 360 Degrees of Fulfillment is a joint venture that we did with DG Enterprises, and this is functional wellness under Nathaniel J. Brown. Man, 6 degrees of success in fulfillment, because a lot of people strive for success, but do a lot of people strive for success in fulfillment? Right. A lot of people have all of these goals and things like this. So, man, it's a nice video that you're getting. Is actually on sale too now. So definitely get it out if you're looking for that next level of success, to have success in fulfillment, where you have success on your job, success in your home, success everywhere. But guess what? You appreciate the success and you are content with that success. You definitely want to check out though that video. That's also at loveisaparable.com as well. But then this is, can I get a drum roll? This is the end of the year numbers. Ooh. Our reach is 312,600,000 people. That's almost 500,000. That's more than 250,000 people that Love is a Parable reach. Social media reach is right now. Yeah. We are in 86 countries. People in 86 countries around the globe are tuning in to Brother Empowerment, reading our blogs, supporting our initiatives. 86 countries? Yeah. Man, that's crazy, because we were just in 35.
That was last year.
Right.
Yeah.
That was earlier this year.
Oh, yeah, it was.
That was last year and earlier this year. Yep. We were just in 35 countries, but now 86 countries, people are checking it. And the funny thing is, it's multiple times.
Yeah.
So I'm like, wow.
In a pandemic, no less.
Right.
In a pandemic.
That's even better.
Yeah. Exactly. Our consultation hours, we had 83 consultation hours. Those are people who solely wanted consultation hours. We had 120 advocacy training hours. Look at this. 200, almost 292 implicit bias training hours.
That's what's up.
Man, this is actually a new area that we just started, like in March.
Yeah.
Corporate education training. almost 776 hours in corporate training, meaning corporate partners have reached out to us and we have offered training. Man, I'm blown away. I'm excited.
Yeah, man, it's man.
I was wondering why we wasn't really sleeping and always tired.
Man, you talking about like asleep sometimes, man. We have been on the go. Well, we were on the go a lot last year. There was a lot of local and out of state engagements that were happening last year. But this year, there have been just as many engagements, although most of them have been virtual. But we've been moving. We've been really working. Really working.
And guys, we've been sending out information about these statistics, not only to our corporate partners and supporters, but we also are doing something that we've never done before, because I'm going to be brutally honest. I never thought we would be this successful. Like, when you start businesses, you always see the starving artists or the people who've been in business for a while. Like, you got to think, this is just our third year. This is just our third year in the grounds that we're covering. It's like, man, it's funny because it's like, next year, this time,
who knows?
No, we'll be leaving our jobs.
Oh, man. Now that would be lovely. That right there.
Next year this time, and it's because you think about everything that we've been through. Like people, I remember when the pandemic started, we had a person actually tell us, if you want your organization to survive, you need to make it essential.
Yep, I do remember that.
And I remember telling them we are essential. And he was like, well, you need to think of some other things to do. And guess what? We did. We didn't change anything. We stuck to what we do.
Yep.
We stuck to what we do. And that just continued to open up doors.
Yeah.
So one of the things that we're asking, we're ready to do more.
Yeah.
Like leverage technology. Like we want to get more things. Like a lot of people talk about how amazing our platform is, and they love our presentation and things like that. Well, in order to make those things happen, it does take money. And we've been really killing it with all of that. That's like 12. I want to say 1270. That's how many total hours we've been kicking in to do that. Let me tell y'all what's so funny. Our first year, we barely broke 200. Our first year, we barely broke 200. No, that was our second year. Our second year, we barely broke 200. Our first year, we were somewhere around like 80 or 60. And so this year alone, we've tripled that.
Yeah, we've been really working.
Yeah. And it's paying off. And so one of the things that we're asking, if you or somebody you're connected to, like a business or whatever, wants to support Love is a Parable, meaning like really donate to us, we're trying to leverage technology and we want a space.
Yeah.
We want a space to keep classes. We want to keep this thing going. So we're asking you, hey guys, donate. Because if we're doing this by ourselves, imagine what we could do if we truly had more support and things like that from everyone.
Yep.
The best way to donate is to go to loveisaparable.com, hit the donate tab. Now, if you're looking for something where you say, you know what, Jay, I want to donate $25 a month or $40 a month, I can send you a link. As a matter of fact, I'll find the link while we're talking, but I'll put the link in the comments where you can subscribe and set the amount that you want to give us each month. And the proof is in the pudding because we're nonprofit. So we have to give our statistics. We have to give our numbers. So all of that information is there. So you will see what we're doing. But this has me like motivated, guys. So I'm like, hey, support us because now even I see it.
Yeah. And we're transparent. We
got our seal of transparency.
Yeah.
We got the highest one. We got that too this year.
Yeah.
The platinum seal of transparency.
Yeah.
Yep,
so
go ahead.
Anything you add, there's nothing that we have to hide. Everything's on the website. We're very transparent about what we do and what we offer. So, like the bro said, support us. And things that we do, it does take financial resources. So, definitely would appreciate it.
Yeah, we got Chanel celebrating with us. Lenore said, wow, congrats, thank you. Love Reese, thank you. 86 countries, yes. Helen said, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep. Thank you. See, thank you. Here go Dashan. Dashan ain't even paying attention.
I am. I'm sorry. I'm
you look bad. Yes. Bad.
I'm sorry. I was looking at the comments and trying to reply to people, but it's all right. It's all right.
Lovery said that sometimes people want a listening ear, yet it's considered weak or unmanly for a man to share these type of things. Men need more safe spaces.
No, that's really, really true. And I tell every brother that I meet that if he ever needs to talk or anything like that, that he can reach out to me and talk. And it's a non-judgmental safe space and it's confidential. Whenever I have get-togethers at my home, which I haven't had many this year, especially the magnitude that I used to, but whenever I meet a new brother and we talk things like that, I tell him he can always contact me and also can always come by if he really needs to and wants to talk, because some brothers don't do the texting or the online, the chat thing or whatever. So, but yeah, brothers definitely need safe spaces so they can vent, unload, and release, so they can really get recharged. Because that's the main thing. There's a lot of empty batteries or empty bells walking around who can't get recharged. They don't feel like they have a place to go hook up and recharge, or to get poured into, however you want to say it. So yeah,
I definitely agree with you on that. The problem is society has set this tone for men to not be able to show emotion.
Yeah.
And you find men hurt. It's just we don't always have a way of expressing that hurt. And then sometimes it appears as if men have to keep that hurt on the inside, and you become a damaged person when you get into relationships or when it comes to family. And then sometimes you expect others to give, or others expect you to always listen to them or always, care for them. But then what about when you need that?
Right.
Sometimes people don't recognize, when, if you're okay.
Right.
So
the reciprocity needs to be there.
Right.
Yeah. Brothers need reciprocal safe spaces to go into, and to really just know they're cared for and to get recharged. And really, it's on us as brothers to facilitate that. We can't rely on women to do that or expect them to do that. It has to be us, because some men don't even listen to other women or even really take what they say into consideration. So yeah, it has to come from us.
Yeah, two things, guys. We added the subscription link in the comments, and also the numbers that we talked about. We actually added the year in review that we send out to our partners. So both of those links are there, so you can view it, and and do whatever you want to do one way or another. If you have more questions, actually, you can reach out to Cordell because he's over engagement too.
Please do message me on Facebook, Instagram. Any of that, ask me on here. It doesn't matter, but I was
about to say,
or email me, all that good stuff too. I'm always here. I'm here.
Look, everything is right there.
Yeah.
So we got to get into at least some of these discussions because Dashan done derailed. I done derailed.
Hey.
I done celebrated. No, this year's just really been dope, man. So let's talk about the very first one. Is there a benefit to assuming everyone on social media is faking it? What is the detriment of assuming what is shared is the truth? Why is it that good things are an exaggeration or fantasy?
I'll just say that I say it all the time that social media is a formless, malleable thing. You can, what I mean?
You got that out.
Yes. So, when it comes to information, there are people who put on a facade for social media, and it's later found out that that there's a bit of acting or a bit of pretending or setting up of a certain picture, make believe, if you will. So I think that some people are just naturally skeptical of anything on some social media because for some people they use it as a literal movie set or a way to tell fictional stories. Now, so that's what I'll say is that I think that's why some people are skeptical just in general of anything that comes out on social media. And there are other people who are just contrarian by that's their standard. Anything that comes out, they're just skeptical. They're against them no matter what it is until they deem otherwise. There are people like that too.
Yeah, and the sad part is I don't even fake on social media.
Yeah,
I'm legit who I am.
Yeah,
I take selfies when I have a haircut. If I don't have a haircut, I'm not taking a selfie. Look, I like the dress. I'm 100% transparent. If a thought comes to my mind, I put it out there.
Yeah.
Because I'm grateful for social media. If it had not been for social media, Love is Comparable would not have been successful.
Yeah.
We truly started out as a social media organization first.
Absolutely.
And then got our footing into the community. But I worry about those who think everything's an exaggeration. And I really think it's because they're in a place where not too many great things happen for them. Mm-hmm. So they assume that their norm is everybody else's norm.
Right.
Versus looking at other people's narrative as forms of motivation.
Yep. Yeah.
When I look at somebody who has something that may seemingly be out of this world, I don't dismiss it as being false. I look at it as a possible tool that could help us in other ways. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
And I will say, too, that when it comes to information, instead of, I think something that people could do instead of saying outright that something is false because the headline reads a certain way or it sounds a certain way or they don't agree with certain parts of the information or all the information. Instead, before you say anything, why not do some research first before you say anything about the information that's out there? Instead of saying no, that can't be true, that can't be right, this and that. Why not research first and get a clear understanding? So even if you don't agree with the way the information is put out there or the headline that it's under, you can say that, okay, I did some research and I have come to the conclusion that whatever, versus coming out and just saying, nah, it's false. That's not true. So yeah.
Yeah. Chanel was saying that social media has become a pick-me platform. And she said that her issue is trying to decipher the fake news from what's not.
Yeah.
Harold.
What's up, Harold, man?
What's going on? Mr. Celebrity down there in Fayetteville. Be who you are regardless. Don't front for other people.
That's right.
Karen said, when you say that you are happy on social media, people look for the negative. Unfortunately, people prefer misery. I am me. I have come way too far in my life to try to impress other people.
Yes.
Man, yeah. And the funny thing about that is that's literally what happened with us with Love is a Parable. You had so many people telling us they know everything about love. They don't need us. Mm-hmm. Well, why are you unhappy then?
Right. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Because you have your own narrative and your own experience. And it's funny, when they've exhausted everything else, they come to us and say, oh, y'all are different.
Yep.
And they spend more time apologizing for judging. That's how we find out. They spend more time apologizing for judging us than just sitting there taking it. The problem is, guys, we are so used to abuse that we think abuse is normal.
Right.
That we're suspicious of somebody showing us love and kindness. Mm-hmm. We're like, what are their motive? Be like, nobody want anything from you.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Like, did you not see the pictures of my wife? I'm not.
Another problem with social media is that people put too much of their business on social media, which can make it seem like certain things they're doing in their life is faking it versus what's real.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes you got to be careful what you put on social media too.
But I think that's relative, though. I think that it depends. It depends on the person. Mm-hmm. Like somebody say, don't put your kids on social media. My kids wrote a book.
Mm-hmm.
They own everybody's media.
Yeah.
So it's like, but somebody may feel that that's too much. But I think only you know what may be too much for you.
Mm-hmm.
And the good thing about people in timelines, they can change their settings.
Right.
Like, there are people I don't want to see, and it can tell me, and I'm like, do not see, hide.
Yep.
Hide all of this.
Snooze for 30 days.
No, unfollow.
That too. Block.
Blocked. But no, it's like, yeah, because it's funny because some people feel like with me, I've mastered I'm transparent, but I don't tell all my business.
Mm-hmm.
And I get sometimes people like, I can't believe you said that. I'm like, that ain't nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
To me, but it's something to somebody else. They're like, no, I couldn't tell all that. Well, that's why I did it. You didn't have to do it.
Yep. There's levels. Right. Like the bro said, you can be transparent and not tell everything because there's levels to certain things. Just like in the government, certain access levels, people out here, there's certain access levels for certain information.
Yep.
It's right about that.
And it's not being fake. I ain't got to tell you my business.
Yeah.
Like, I can tell you me and my wife argue. I ain't got to tell you what we argued about. That ain't your business.
Yeah.
But I just want to let you know that people argue. And to be honest, I like to argue. It's like kind of fun. Me and my wife got the same degree. So we gonna debate and we the same zodiac sign.
Yeah.
It get intense in here. 2 Scorpios.
Hey, look, that sound like it's intense.
Right. Look, 2 Scorpios sitting there trying to get the last word. And petty at the same time. Like, hey, B. Sit D. Brother Harold said, I can't stand fake people.
Word.
Social media, Lovery says, social media is where you can be whomever you want to be. A pick-me tool, but no one can get to know you if you're not authentically you.
But so it's interesting when people say that social media you can be whoever you want to be. You can do that, and you can do that offline too. You can be whoever you want to be offline too. And
I think they say it's harder to fake that way.
I mean, there's people who know you on social media and offline. So at some point, if you are misconstruing things or really throwing out ducktails, somebody's gonna speak on it either way.
Well, not after that time he was catfish that time in that other group.
What? Wait,
for 2 years that never seen. Now I'm like, no, I can't necessarily say that.
Okay. Now there are exceptions to every rule.
That just blew my mind.
Yeah, it did though. Hey, that's some government ops stuff right there.
That's like amazing.
That person needs to work for the government.
They probably do.
Yeah, maybe.
Yes, the fake mess it up for everyone is something else to be negative about. Just keep moving if joy makes you feel bad, and self-evaluation is important.
That's the thing about social media too. Everybody has a right to keep on scrolling. Some people who comment on stuff today, well, this is terrible, or I can't believe this makes me so sad, or this or that, or they just have something, they have negative stuff to say. You could have kept scrolling. You have the right to keep scrolling and keep your mouth shut.
You have the right to remain silent.
You really do. Like, you can keep scrolling. Scrolling. It's not even that hard.
Yeah, but it's always that one person that wants
this is something you gotta decode. Dashan, you gotta decode this for us.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. I don't know.
Try to impress other people, man. Yeah. Social media, you meet a lot of representatives, not the actual person.
Okay.
Well, look, Reese. Considering that we met you on social media, I'm about to say, it's like kind of hard because we are a social media organization, and we do go into a lot of things more trusting. Like, yeah, here you go. Yeah. So yeah, I here's the other thing though. I do have different life rules. I believe that respect is automatically there. I don't think you earn respect. I think you lose respect. Yes. And that's the same way it is with trust. I trust you to be you. Yep. Until you show me that I can't trust you. Mm-hmm. And so those things are kind of lost for me. They're not something you have to work toward. Because I'm not going to work towards nobody's like trust and all of that. Either you do or you don't. And I just think it needs to be that way. What's up on social media isn't there for judging. What's up on social media isn't there for judging. People assume that job, which no one hired them to do. Too serious. Most things don't have a question mark. Yeah, man, you get some people. She's right though. People on social media doing stuff that they weren't hired to do. How you out here doing a job for free? I'm a judge. No, I'm talking about I'm just saying I'm a judge, and I'm gonna tell you how I feel about it. The Facebook journalists and the keyboard investigators. No one hired you to do none of that. No. But I'm still gonna judge you. I mean, and when people say "Don't judge me, Jay," I be like, "I am."
Hey, at least you're honest about it.
Well, I think that thing too is when you say it's like telling a kid not to touch a stove. When you tell people "Don't judge me," that's just an indication to them. Oh, they're like, "Oh, okay, well, I guess I'm a judge." Oh, I'm judging you. I mean, if you're gonna say something, you want people judging you, you probably should really think about if you really want to say it or not. If you're worried about that, like if you want to put it out there, just put it out there. Doesn't matter if people judge you, because if you tell them don't judge you and they don't do it publicly, they're probably going to do it silently. Right. Now, if I respect your judgment, that's something else. Or if you respect mine, you might not want my judgment. But I'm gonna offer it. It'll be a free service. But no, and I think that sometimes people we have demonized and weaponized certain terms. Mm-hmm. And so we all judge. Yeah. We all judge. It ain't no exaggeration when it comes to that. It's like we all judge, and like even those who come from a scripture standpoint, it's so funny. People say only God can judge me. Be like, man, in them scriptures it say to rightly judge, and I'm gonna rightly judge you, and I'm gonna tell you, if something don't make sense, it don't make sense. I don't care what you say. Mm-hmm. If it don't make sense, it don't make sense. Mm-hmm. And if you can't even make it make sense,
How you expect me to be okay with you not making sense? And I'm like, make it make sense. You did it.
Yeah.
Don't judge me. Oh, so I can't judge you for not making it make sense. But you did it. And you can't even make it make sense. Y'all better go sit down. Yep.
What's up,
Two
Michael?
Scorpios.
Man?
What's going on? One of the baddest poets is just waiting on like something to come out.
Yeah.
That's one of the baddest. Matter of fact, Karen, this joker here
can spit some words.
Right. Triumphant. 5-star and 1-star, both judgments. See?
Word. Sure is.
That just resonated with my soul.
You know what I mean?
I'm gonna start doing that. I'm gonna give him I'm gonna be like 2-star. I'm gonna leave it on all comments. Why did you give me that, Michael? I'm gonna start using it. Somebody, you know me. I'm speaking caring, silly.
I'm the same caring. Silly.
I'm the
She said, I'm the same caring, silly,
right.
foodie, godly.
But I ain't know you before I met you. I met you through social media.
Reese out here trying to make it make sense, Reese.
Right, because what you doing ain't making sense. See? To my we judge wisely.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tara. You can judge inside of no.
I mean,
this is my mouth.
Hey, so you mean like, the only thing I'm saying is that when you tell people don't judge me, what's the point of saying that? You just don't. When you don't hear it, then say that. Don't judge me out loud. That's what you should say. That then, if you don't want to hear what they got to say,
should they say it rightly? Yeah. Well, I say that's what I do, but them other people, they might be wrongly judging. Look, see, make it make sense. 2021.
Yeah.
Okay.
So next one.
See, that's a T-shirt. Hey, I agree.
And Mike, you put it out there, I'm gonna buy it. That because it's black owned and black created. I'm gonna buy it.
Oh, this is a perfect segue.
Oh, this
functionalities
man,
and black.
This could be a whole show right here.
Oh man.
I'm confessing.
So I mean, that's kind of a broad topic, but I will say that, as we all know, there is a lot of dysfunctionality in the community, especially when it comes to black families. We talk about, I like to call them problematic heirlooms that get passed down to different generations year after year or generation after generation. So we have a lot of those, and that just adds to the dysfunction. There's, covered up secrets that get passed down. There's, just unhealed trauma. There's just a lack of effective communication, a lack of understanding, a lack of compassion, a lack of empathy. All of those things are just the lack of those things, or all those things that I said. Sorry, I got messed up.
He got lost in his own words. Make it make sense, Cordell.
Hey, I get where you coming from.
Yeah, but all of those things add to the.
I'm trying to help you out. He said he did it.
Yeah, all those things add to dysfunctionality, and that's in.
He was trying to crank.
Leave me alone, man. That adds to the black family. So that's a broad topic. But that's all I got to say on is that there are a lot of things that contribute to that. And when speaking of social media, that actually is contributing to us unpacking a lot of that, having the important conversations, sir. See, this is why I can't with this dude, man.
Shame on Jay. Come on, get it out.
We need a commercial break, y'all.
No, man, that's all you had to say. You said I had to say what you said.
I got you, man.
You was about to have a damn seizure.
Hey, man, we done for a night. Hey, y'all have a good night.
Goodness gracious.
You know what? I do want to add to that. One of the problems in the black community is that people don't know how to move on from trauma, or they tend to hang on to it, and it affects their lives later on. And I try to talk to my family all the time, and some of my friends, like, you got to let that stuff go. Like, I've been through a lot in my life, and me personally, and I don't mind sharing my story, but I've been through a lot. My family has been through a lot, and I can tell you this: I have a mother. My biological mom has been on drugs my whole life, and dealing with that, it stems from some stuff that happened in her past. And when I have conversations with her, sometimes she brings up those things from her past, and I have to say to her, "Hey, you got to let that stuff go. Like, you if you hold on to it, you're just gonna keep doing the same thing over and over again, and then you're just gonna keep passing it on. And it's just one of those things. People just need to let it go. Not only that, people also need to let some of those secrets out. When you have people, for example, we'll talk about molestation. People, they'll have that, like somebody mentioned in the comments, that uncle that molested their nephew or their niece or something like that. And the family just act like nothing happened. Like, you can't do that. It's family, yes. But just because a person is family don't mean that they're right. They need to go to jail or whatever, just like somebody that was random that did the same thing to your child or a family member. Like, people don't do that in the Black community, and they keep it hush hush, and it makes it harder for the person to actually move on from it. But then the question comes up: how do we address it properly?
Yeah.
I mean, it's an open question.
Laughter. I was holding it that whole time. You know how when you get a whooping and you've been crying, and then that little sigh come out later on. It was like that. It was leftover laughter. But I agree with you, definitely, bro, to a certain extent. One thing that I want to clarify is, first of all, dysfunction is a construct because the family is functioning.
Yeah.
And the family has been functioning this way a lot of times for years. You may just be the anomaly who sees it as a dysfunction. How do we know this? Because you may come out of that, but that whole family still going strong. They're like a pack. So sometimes it's just not a function that works well for you. And so we talk about pick me. So I believe in pick me to leave this one. let me get another type of function to be in. And so sometimes, like for me, I do agree with secrets, because the family that I grew up with, I didn't act like them. And we found out at 14 that my mom's biological family, which she knew about, I act more like them. And so at 14, I instantly gravitated to all of these people that act like me. Now, are they perceived as dysfunctional? Probably to some people, but that's how I felt with my other family. Like, I was like, I don't know what's wrong with these people. These are not my people. And on the whole, they weren't really my people. The ones that I identified with, there was a kinsman that acted like me. The next thing is when we talk about trauma or reporting things and getting help, if in the Black community, healthcare and law enforcement have not been positive things in the Black community. Right. So a lot of them rather deal with situations in-house, meaning within the family, because you run the risk of losing both family members. Meaning that somebody knew that molestation was wrong. The problem is they probably talked to that person, but no one talked to the victim. Because some people feel like, oh, don't talk about it, it won't go anywhere. I mean, don't talk about it, and you'll be okay. If I talk about it, that'll make it painful. People really feel like talking about something makes the situation worse when it really doesn't. The other thing is, where I slightly disagree a little bit, bro, is that sometimes when a problem keeps coming up, it means you need to address it. You can't let it go because it's pulling at you. And so you need to go ahead and spend some time, unpack that thing, and then you'll be able to release it. But what most people try to do is just drop stuff and say, I'm done with it. And you're not done. You're sitting in your closet crying. And what a lot of us do is supplemental behaviors. So you're no longer on crack, but now you're eating a whole bunch of candy. Lust is the same thing. Addiction is the same thing. So you change one addiction for another one. So you're not addicted to this substance, but you're gluttonous. Mm-hmm. Oh, you stop eating the candy, but now you having random sex with everybody. Because that became your new outlet. And a lot of us do that. A lot of us lash out. A lot of us find substitutions and say that we're healed from something. And we really not. We never address the issue. If you're craving something constantly, that means that you have a desire that's unmet. Find out what that desire is instead of trying to put different things to fill that void. And that's why a lot of people are hurting, because no one told them that there is an alternative way to deal with these voids in our lives. So we go silent. And then you have people like me. Like, I'm cool with my dad. See, the problem is with my dad is that he was a dope dad until he got a divorce from my mom. It wasn't like he was horrible. Like, no, he was like amazing. He was like, Chuck the Deuces. So me, I went through like a whole culture shock. Like, I'm stuck with her. You was the cool one. And he just like divorced the whole family. But the other side about that is I learned to respect his decision that he didn't want to be a father anymore. And that's okay. The only problem that I have about that is, did I miss something that I may damage these kids with because I didn't get it in my formative years? That's the scariest thing in the back of my mind. My kids grow up and be like, I'm damaged because of you. And I say the same thing, like I did the best. But I think that we need to learn to address issues. Is for some people, it is a repeat addressing until they find peace. Because like for me, when I was molested, I got OCD out of that and PTSD. Those situations, like my OCD didn't show up until I was like 27, 28 years old, were diagnosed. So I had different symptoms along the way, but I didn't know that I was doing these rituals until somebody told me, like, you're doing these rituals. And so I'm like, until I had an anxiety attack, which I went into the hospital and they started to treat like, okay, what are these things? And we found the source. So sometimes it's about going back and uncovering something new, because now you're unpacking something. Because what if you were molested, but not only were you molested, but you were violently molested? That's a different set of trauma associated with an act that happened to somebody else the same way. So we can't say, oh, he was just molested. But now if you were violently, like the person that molested me went from cool to like very aggressive. So for the longest, I didn't like drunk people. And anytime somebody got drunk, I used to try to fight them. Because I didn't know what they were going to do, because my young mind associated anger with intoxication, which it really is. But that's how I looked at it. And so we just got to be mindful when those things come, that we offer people an alternative versus just thinking that it's always black and white. Unfortunately, we're people and it's fluid. So there's a lot of gray. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Okay, I got to go back to these comments. We need to stop, guys. I know. Let me see. Chanel said, generational curses, that's always the elephant in the room and just continue to get swept under the rug. Confront that uncle at the family dinner table. Hard conversations make great relationships. Stanley LaShonda said, absolutely. I don't know what she said, absolutely. I'm sorry. Honestly, I say we must look inward. We know what our families hide, hurt that they pass on, etc. Let it go and make those things stop with you. She was more in line with you, Dashan. She said, and then Chanel said the same. Michael said, stop telling children that they better give their superiors sugar.
I agree with that.
Yeah, my kids, yeah.
Agency over your own body is something that can start at an early age.
And my kids will tell you, no, thank you. Dashan, can you send me one of those vegan recipes? Can you send them a friend request, girl? Healing is needed. Look, these people crazy. The African American church can play a huge role in dysfunctional Black families.
That's a whole nother topic.
Functional, dysfunctional. That's true. I don't know what's true.
You can get one more topic out of the way.
What are you talking about? It's an hour.
I mean, You may not have a show next week. You know what I'm saying?
Look at Debo.
I mean, it is a holiday weekend.
Look at him.
Tomorrow for the people who do celebrate. Tomorrow is criminal.
Right.
I think families hide things so they are not forced to pick sides.
Ooh. I agree with that for sure.
That's a real good one.
Mm-hmm.
That's a real good one. You say you want to do one more?
We'll do one more.
Okay. Implementing realistic New Year resolutions.
So I'll take this one first. When it comes to New Year's resolutions, I used to be a big proponent of New Year's resolutions until I met someone. I might have been in like college, and I was talking to a classmate or someone I knew. I can't remember, and she said, "I don't believe in New Year's resolutions because I'd rather just make the change now." And that blew me away, and I was just like, you know what? Yeah, you're right. It's so simple and it makes so much sense. But we have, and I understand with New Year's resolutions, new year, new me, and starting a pattern at the top of the year. I understand all that. Well, really, the New Year resolution could be your right now resolution. You can make the change right now. As far as it being realistic, that is like Jay said when we were talking about the previous topic. That is dependent on the person. That's dependent on you. If it's realistic to you, who is someone else to tell you that it's not? It's your resolution. It's not anybody else. It's yours. But I do agree that you don't have. I will say that you don't have to wait for the new year. That's one of the biggest things I did this year, and last year too, was changes that I wanted to make. I started them pretty much immediately, even if it was rocky at first and it took me some time to get it going. I still implemented the things almost immediately. And I think that's really important. You don't need to wait for the new year. You can make the new year right now.
New year, new me.
Yeah.
New Year's resolutions are real stupid to me. I mean, it took a long time. I'm just saying. It is because it took me a long time to realize that you're making some stuff that you're making resolutions that 3 months into the year, you just gonna completely throw them to the wayside anyway. I used to say, oh yeah, I'm gonna start working out starting January 1st. Come March, shoot, sometimes not even March. Come February, I'm already not doing it. Mm-hmm. So I mean, I learned a long time ago. But I learned a long time ago that making New Year's resolutions just don't make sense. You just have to do it whenever you think that change needs to happen or whatever. Just do it right then and there. For example, the beginning of the year, I said I had already I've been on my journey to veganism for probably about 6 years, right? And so this year, I just said, you know what? I'm just going to go completely vegan. I'm doing it anyway. That other stuff ain't doing nothing for me. So I just did it. And it's been working. So it's one of those things. And Jay, you could thank Cordell for my veganism. I'm just throwing it out there.
Now that's story I need to tell.
Yeah.
Please.
It's his fault. Let me tell you what happened. I came to the East Coast for training. And I took an extra week after my training was done. And I drove up the East Coast and stopped and visited Cordell. Cordell was like, hey, you need to watch these documentaries. It was all the documentaries about why you shouldn't be eating meat and dairy and all that stuff, right? I said, oh, okay. You gonna do it too? No. But I did watch them, and then it just opened my eyes. Like, it really opened my eyes. I came back home and just I cut out the beef, cold turkey, pork. I wasn't eating like that anyway, but everything else, it was a gradual let off. So thanks, Cordell.
The funny thing is, my goal is to be vegan eventually. I was vegetarian for like several years. But I can tell you what started me being vegetarian was simple. I had a drumstick, and the vein of that chicken went through my front tooth.
Ooh. And
that turned me off for a very long time. I was like, that's disgusting. I flicked it, and I was like, I was done. But I started back eating like I don't eat meat on the bone to this day because of that. Ugh. I don't do that. But I haven't eaten beef. I haven't eaten beef or pork. Now what's that? 21 years? It's been 21 years since I haven't eaten that. But my goal is. But one thing that I noticed when I eat less meat, I have better control of my emotions.
Yeah.
I'm on the fence about dairy only because now I'm a health major too. And it was a documentary that that went along with one of the classes that I used to teach, and they showed different diet habits. And one of the things that has been proven is that dairy is an astringent. So it pulls things out of their body. And yes, there are other type of antioxidant type foods, but the one thing about that one is it pulls it versus forcing it out. Like nobody got time for your face to be foaming. This one actually pulls it out, and they found that people who did it overall with a healthy diet and had more dairy in it actually had lower everything. And I thought that was pretty dope. And so I think for some people who have certain digestive issues, you got to find out what works with your body. Because you could be a person that can't handle dairy. And like I have a soy allergy, and my oldest have a soy allergy, and soy is in a lot of stuff, even stuff you don't think of, like Cheez-Its. So I have to be extremely careful, and my oldest have to be extremely careful, even when they say it's vegan. It's even down to the oils that they use. We got to be careful that way. And my wife has a dairy allergy. No, she's not lactose, it's dairy. So no type of dairy she would have problems with. So it's those type of things you got to find out. And then blood type. And then you also got to find out about heredity. Hereditary. Hereditary. See that I get for laughing at you? You got to learn about those things because there are some people who are doing everything right but still have high blood pressure. And they can't do what other people are doing. And me and my wife were just talking about this. Like, I've been fat my whole life. I don't even know if there's a skinny person inside of me. I'm gonna try to find him, but I think I was born in the size 36.
It's funny. My doctor actually pushed me to go vegan too, which was kind of I found it funny that a medical professional was actually telling me after all these years, go vegan, baby. And one of the other things that got me to stay on this lifestyle change was the fact that I was becoming pre-diabetic. And it doesn't necessarily run in my family, but I've always been a slim guy, and then you tell me I'm pre-diabetic, like what? So my doctor actually told me just cut the meat out. The meat has additives that can contribute to it. Cut the dairy out because that contributes to it, because dairy is actually high in sugar. Not only that, it's from an animal that is not human. Yeah, it's a mammal, but it's not human. We're putting something in our body that is not supposed to be there, but that's a whole nother story. And dairy actually causes mucus in the body too. So, I mean, it's different things. There's benefits, but then there's also things that can cause harm from dairy.
Do you know why people of color have diabetes?
Not really. It could stem from it stems from the way we used to eat as some were slaves. And it just kept being passed down. For example, my grandma, 103, she lived to be 103. She just recently passed 2 weeks ago. And she used to put sugar in everything, but she lived to be 103. So I'm like, some things, when it comes to the sugars, it is passed down, through generations, people just use a lot of sugar and things, and it's a lot of hidden sugars and things that people don't know. So I mean, but if you can give us a little education on why Black people and diabetes really exist.
The true reason is it was actually your body's built-in defense mechanism to survive during famine. Mm-hmm. So whenever there's a famine, your body would store the carbohydrates and slowly release them over time so you wouldn't die. The problem is we're living in a place where we don't need to store anything because we're in an abundant place. So now it's working against us. Mm-hmm. So that's actually the true reason why we have diabetes and why it's hurting us now. Before it was there to help your body. Mm-hmm. So little history fact.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Mike said his is relearn communication. He want to call at least one friend or family member a day.
Ooh, I like that, Mike. Bro, Mike, where you been, man?
Right. He probably called us in 2022. He said just right. He was like, I got you.
Yeah, Mike.
You 368.
We've been missing all this dose, man. You've been holding out on us, bro. I don't appreciate that. We don't appreciate that.
He just put you down. You 370 now.
500.
COVID got people anti-up it.
Yeah, it does. It does.
I think they hide things because heart-to-heart conversations are foreign in most families. Ooh. Mike said, what? Weight loss? Yeah, whatever. We say that every year.
That might be the most common New Year's resolution.
It actually is.
Yeah.
Chanel talking to Mike. Let's get our weight up when it comes to our relationships.
See, that's what I'm. See, Mike. See, you selfish. You selfish.
You on the list, 2022, man. You'll be 2023,
2024.
Don't wait to the new year to improve your life.
Yeah, no doubt. Yes, not do that.
Right. I would start a diet the next day. Wait until Monday for what? Already set my savings goal for the next year and implemented my strategy weeks ago. I just write out my goals for the new year.
That's what's up.
Oh, Rashid, I told you. Remember we talked about the gift? I'll message you later. It's something that I would definitely be doing. He'll be calling you in 2022.
By doing, you'll be coming up here giving us more dope support because, like,
oh Lord, he 2024. You gonna be unfriended. You gonna go look at him and be like, I thought we was friends. Like, keep on messing.
91.
I look at my birthday as my year. It is that time that I make my reflection and evaluation of my life. I think that is a better time to implement changes in my life.
I've never heard that one before. Okay.
Reese, do what works for you.
Yeah.
We can find that skinny person, Jay.
Oh, what's up? What's up, bro?
I'll be dead.
What's up, man?
I'll be dead and wasting away.
The Black Captain America. What's up, man?
Come about that skinny person in there. I must have ate him along. See? Condolences. To you. I just said condolences to a skinny person. Talk about no, not skinny. That fit, healthier person is just skinny. I'm losing weight for selfish stuff because there's a couple clothes that I like and I want them to look a certain way.
Hey, I mean, the reason why I work out as much as I do is half of that is vanity. Like when I look in the mirror, when I have less clothes on than I do now, I want to look a certain way. I want to look good. So that's one of the main reasons why I work out. It's healthy and all that. It makes you feel good, but I'm kind of vain.
Jay, Cordell went from being a skinny dude to this big old muscular short person.
I know he want to be quick to this.
Yeah, right. I seen Cordell. He came to LA one time. The last time I had seen him, he was skinny as I don't know what. And then I see him again. I was like, who the heck is this musclehead right here? Like, dang, bro.
Yep, went from looking like a little Dalmatian to now a Doberman Pinscher.
And you can't be. I don't want to be short and skinny, so I choose a struggle that I can control. Thank you. I'm going to battle that one.
See? Okay, now just as long as you can control it, because I'm telling you, when you get older and you already little, all of us start looking alike. Like it's Fat and muscle is starting. That's you start.
You are disrespectful, bro.
I'm just saying.
You are disrespectful.
I'm just saying. Just be like I would just choose to be skinny because y'all clothes always cheap. Like Dashan, he can go in the Gap. Guarantee it's a shirt $2.99. It's a $2.99 shirt waiting for him. You know what mine is? $2.99 a yard.
Yo,
I'm just saying. Look, but we gotta get off of this.
Yeah,
because I done moved furniture today.
We gave y'all a little extra because it's a holiday tomorrow. You know, holiday special episode.
No, you depoted me.
It's not too many times that Christmas Eve's on a Thursday. You know what I mean? That's pretty lit.
You depoted me. That's exactly what you did.
You know, we're going into vacation time. A lot of folks are off tomorrow.
No, Debo.
I don't know.
Debo.
R.I.P. to
Positive brother, shout out.
R.I.P. to Debo. Oh yeah, so this is a time, Dashan, where we. Huh?
That Debo.
Yeah, that. No. Oh,
I was like, hold on.
See, this man, being on the show with this dude, you never know. You never know.
Never know.
You. So, anyways,
you know what? I'm so glad this stuff be recorded because I'm gonna play it back and I'm gonna send it to you too.
But this is the time, Dashan, bro, that we do Positive Brothers shout out. As you have seen on the show, you know what Positive Brothers shout out is about. Shout out to the Positive Brothers that are in your life, or you may know, or ones that you may not know. Just do your thing, man. So it's on you, bro.
You know, I want to shout out one of my closest family members, my cousin Janelle. He's always there.
Shout out to Janelle, man.
Hey, Janelle.
I don't know if he's watching, but he's always there. When I need him, we're more like brothers than anything. But he's a father, a brother, a cousin, all the in between, and it makes he's helped make me who I am today too. I also want to give a shout out to all the single fathers out there that's trying their best to be in their child's life, and but they're facing issues with the other parent. But my thing I want to say to them, just stay in there, hang in there. You have to be that role model to your child. And then I want to give a shout out to y'all, both of you guys. You guys have been doing this for a while. I try to chime in every Thursday. The past couple of months have been a little shaky, but I appreciate you guys doing this because it gives people in general, not just men, but people, women and men, an area to come to see a different point of view on subjects that they always wanted to know answers to or get a point of view on. So you guys keep doing what you're doing. Like your title says, love is a parable. I mean, come on, you got to keep putting the love out there for everybody. But I appreciate you guys and just keep this going. Hopefully one day y'all become super mega big and y'all.
Oh, we super mega big already. We need the money to come with it. We just need the money to be with that part. Oh, it done went out. Your pieces went out. We done talked too long. It only had a few hours of juice. See, if we would have stopped at an hour, he could have.
Yeah, bro. You can't hear you, bro. You gotta go on your phone or something, man. All right, well, I guess it was you. I guess his father brother shout out. No, but I would say first and foremost, man, I'm gonna shout out my brother Jay, just because, man, we've been doing this thing for 2 years, and another year is in the books, man. We have another year in the books, and it's been such a legitimate and just legitimately dope and crazy journey. We are literally different people physically and mentally, emotionally too. You know what I'm saying?
No, my mental is the same.
You sure?
Like I had a brain transplant.
No, but
this brain is fine.
But we literally are. We literally are different people. Like we both have more hair, and we both look better physically than we did.
I'm thinning. I'm thinning. I got keeps. It came in.
Chill. Yo,
I got kinks.
You're not gonna derail my positive brother shout out with this.
I'm just telling you, my man. If your hair start thinning, then you know it.
You gonna ride?
I'm just saying. I got kinks. I want to keep my hair. Look at this hair. It's amazing. I noticed it was thinning, and I was like, I'm gonna try it. Don't be ashamed. Don't be around here with a donut in the middle of your head.
Anyway, shout out to my brother Jay, man. This has been a dope journey. We got another year in the books, man. And I tell you, I love this brother, man. Not just because of we do the show and stuff together, but just because he is a family member. This brother is family to me, and his light shines so bright. So I definitely got to shout out this brother, man. I wouldn't be doing this. Huh?
You rhyme.
I wouldn't be doing this without him, and he drive me crazy. But also shout out to you, Dashan, bro. You are family too, man. We've been knowing each other, man, for 10 plus years, 12, 13.
You know, Dashan tried to get me a job too.
Yeah.
He's amazing.
Yeah, so we've been, man,
my friend.
We've been knowing each other, man, for I think about 15 years, man, maybe 16. So I just want to say, man, that I'm also, I want to shout you out, man, because I'm proud of you, man, because you're just a dope brother in general, but also you are a dope father. I don't ever see you post anything bad or have anything negative to say about, your daughter's mom, and you just keep it straight about XO, which is his daughter's name, by the way.
XO?
Her initials, XO. Her initials.
Okay. I was going to say that is like the dopest name.
Yeah, XO are her initials. So you keep it strictly about her, and so I love that, bro. Kisses. Like I admire that because we see enough of that, especially amongst black men and their co-parents. You know what I mean? We see enough of that, but you keep it strictly about your daughter, and I love that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Apart from you being a dope brother, I love that. Shout out to all the brothers that are on the live supporting us. We appreciate y'all. Mike, coming through with the crazy amount of dopeness.
He logged off. You only need friends. He can't even see this. He can't even see the live.
Keon, shoot, man. Shout out to you.
He go by Devontae.
Excuse me, Devontae, Black Captain America. Shout out to all y'all brothers who are continuously giving us support and encouragement. We love y'all, man. Rock, you know what I'm saying? Who talking about my shirt for the Rethinkable book club that I'm a part of. That if you want to get in on that, let me know. That's a book club that brothers are. Shout out to turn your sound down, Sean. But never mind, we needed them. Anyways, shout out to all y'all brothers in the live. And my last two things, because I'm taking up too much time, is shout out to the brothers in the community that are really stepping and really doing and working to be the change they want to see. Instead of doing a lot of grandstanding and talking on social media or on cameras or looking for cameras, like we need to, we need to see that, because there's a lot of people talking, especially on social media. People talk on social media all day. But as far as the change that, we want to see people doing that, they may not have time to talk. We thought, one of the examples of that is Kerwin. Kerwin Pittman. We don't see Kerwin Pittman unless he's talking to, the public or doing a documentary. Kerwin's not doing a lot of talking. He's out there stepping, aka Superman. So I shout out to those brothers as well. And last but not least, shout out to the brothers that are really having those conversations that are really tough to have with family members or associates or whoever. I want to shout out to those brothers because that's hard work. That's not easy to do. There's some conversations that literally have the potential to break you because the topic sort of subject is so heavy. But I really shout out to those brothers, and I really encourage y'all when y'all have those conversations because that's healing. That promotes healing, and that is going to help you progress and grow. So I shout out to y'all brothers because it's not easy. As someone who's done it and continues to do it, I definitely know how it feels, and it's not easy. So that's what I got.
It's nothing else for me to say.
There's always something else for you to say.
It's nothing. You wrapped it up beautifully. Dashan, make sure you send out those vegan recipes. I appreciate you because you live in LA and I will be visiting you so I can say I went to LA. And I'm bringing all my family and my kids back. And you better not say nothing about it. Don't you talk about my kids. I know they bad. You ain't got to say nothing about them. And I'm going to be in LA and I'm not bringing him.
I'm going to be there anyway.
Look, we don't even know what you're saying. Look, we can't even talk to him. But definitely you, bro. I'm actually proud of your growth.
Thank you, man.
I'm proud of everything. I'm proud of who you are. I'm proud of who you're becoming. There's a lot of great things that you just are doing, and I'm proud of the things that are in store for you. I hope that you just continue on this path of uncovering your light and being that standard, being that person. All the brothers that were on, Mike, I'm glad to see you as well.
For sure.
I do hope that you are doing well, and I do hope that you also know the type of light that you are and how much you're needed. And I will only echo what my brother said. Like, all these brothers that are on here, thank you. Thank you so much. We got a lot of great things that are in store, and we appreciate all the things that you guys are doing that are supporting us. Like you already said about Devontae, but Ricky, and also Kerwin and Ian. We thank all of you fellas, and any other fella that want to join with us. There's always room at our table. Our table keeps growing. But also, guys, we discuss a lot of things, so you know males that are hurting, and maybe you can't get through, but maybe something like our program can. Maybe Brother Empowerment can help them. Maybe something that we're offering do. We got so many different videos, so many different ways to engage. So I encourage anyone who's viewing to go to loveisapparable.com and check out all the many things that we have, and you'll see why our reach is almost 500,000 people. And that's because we have things that actually do work, and it is different. But like we tell people every week, and we don't know if we're going to be on. So if we're on next week, it's just a surprise. But if we're not, just consider this our last show of this year. But like we tell people, man, if you feel that nobody else in this world cares about you or love you, know that you have 3 people that do. You just met those 3 people that are genuinely here for us. You can reach out to any of us at any point in time. Dashan, if you get your sound together, stay on. But guys, everybody else, we love y'all, and we'll see y'all guys in 2021.
Yeah.